Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, it surprises that one dies in a circumstance in which General Francis Ogola died in, then nobody should ask any question about the cause of the death. This is what Ogola's son brought up in his final speech during the burial of his father, General Francis Ogola. Kenyans had raised so many questions. In fact, bloggers were at the receiving end. He referred to them as stupid bloggers, that they were creating a kind of perception which never existed. According to the son, the general had a good relation with the president. So no blame on the president or his administration as far as Ogola's death is concerned. For him, it was a normal accident, and therefore it should be accepted that way. And above all, the question that many Kenyans were raising cannot resurrect Ogola back to life. So Miguna Miguna was on Obina's show and was trying to respond to this. Miguna has reasons why investigation should take place and why Kenyans should question the motive of that accident. Number one, Ogola was not family, CDF, or general. He was a general of all Kenyans. Secondly, investigation into the cause of the death is going to help to prevent any kind of the same if there can be such a repeat. Number three, there can be a possibility of internal plan to finish Ogola by other generals or army officers. Therefore, because of that, Miguna is not happy or satisfied that it is still the military in charge of investigating into the death or the cause of the death of Francis Ogola. With all this, he has all reasons to call out the son and insist on investigation. That is his position.
So what about General Ogola?
What's your take? Was he killed?
No, I mean, it would be responsible for me to declare that General Ogola was killed. His children spoke a bunch of rubbish. That boy does not know what he was talking about. Joel, his son. Complete rubbish. You know? You cannot say, and this one speaking even as a Luo, you cannot say there is any Luo man who says, bury me within 72 hours, bury me naked, don't eat at my funeral. What rubbish is that? Where was this boy raised? He has no authority to speak about the burial of his father, traditionally. He should have kept quiet and gone back to Nairobi. Yeah. And there is no way that as a son you can rule your father's death as accidental. Was he there? Let this thing be investigated professionally. I don't like the fact that the military are investigating it. Because what if he was killed by a fellow military man? What if his deputy killed him? What if other military people killed him? What if the thugs killed him and the military want to cover it? All these questions, there should be no question that cannot be asked. We need to ask all the questions.
And they all need answers.
And they all need answers.
That are verifiable.
Correct. So there is absolutely no issue. I cannot say to anybody, even my enemy, that they die under the circumstances that General Ogola died and that nobody should ask questions. This silly thing that, asking questions will not bring him back to life. What nonsense is that? It will prevent another death if it was caused. Do you understand? Or if it was negligence, we would be able to prevent another negligent death. Why not?
Sure.
A human being is not a dog. They cannot die just like that. And generals do not just fall from the air.
That's also true.
So we have to ask about all these questions because A CDF is secured just like a president. Where was the evacuation team? Where was the evacuation strategy? Where was the rescue strategy? Where were the escort planes or helicopters? Do you understand my point? So why should we not ask them? If in fact, as people are speculating, the plane or the helicopter was changed in the morning, who did? Ultimately, who gained out of the death?
The motive.
Very important.
Motive.
President Ruto did not gain, because it is him some people are accusing. So he didn't gain, right? But somebody did. Who is it?
Now, we are continuing this part in the discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Or return subscriber Samasa. Thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, General Ogola's security is close to similar to the security they are giving to the president. So many questions being asked. If it was the president flying from one point to another, there will be escort vehicle, there will be escort choppers, there will be all the necessary needed security around him. But one question, how comes General Ogola did not have an escort chopper for his security? Negligence. So there must be an investigation into the negligence. Why was it taken so much simple? Then it just happened, he died in such kind of accident. Possibility of planned accident is there. So we have to doubt everything and question everything. So no one should tell us that we should not doubt anything. It is normal. But beside this, why investigation? This investigation is to help to answer the current question and prevent such kind of a repeat, if there is any, in the near future. Because Ogola is not the first CDF, he will not be the last CDF. There are other ones. In fact, his representative is here. Karir is now in office. What if such kind of similar thing can be organized against the current CDF? How many CDF will we lose in this country? And why make it just easy like this? We can lose a life. Life is so much important. Let it come when God has allowed it to come, but not when a human being has planned it to happen. So the main issue why Miguna is questioning, it is because, and the son now has to get the point, his father was not a family general, he was a general of Kenyans. He was for all of us, for our security, not only for the family security. He was paid by the taxpayers' money, not Ogola's family money. So he was a public figure. Once you reach that level, we will question you, we will analyze you, we will talk about you, because you are a public figure, not a family figure. You have accepted to serve in that capacity. So you have to be aware that people will talk about this. Because, you are taking care of their lives and properties in that capacity. You have to give orders, directive, such kind of things. So this one was not a family figure, person only, but largely the face of Kenya when it comes to our security. If we have an enemy attacking us, he will be the face of that operation. If we win, then he take credit. How itakuwa ni President Ruto? If we lose, in equal measures, he take blame. So Kenyans have a right to question anything. So rubbishing bloggers, it was wrong. In fact, it made him look so much embarrassed, so much clueless, and as if he had been asked by the government to come out with that kind of a statement in defense of government at expense of embarrassing himself. He looked like he does not care even about the death of his father. He does not care about humanity. In fact, some people are even now questioning, is he really a biological son to Ogola? You see, just because of such simple, avoidable mistakes. There was a way he would have just avoided that, talking about that issue, and give his direct eulogy to the dad. In that way, no one will question this much things. But because he went into the politics, people have to question everything, even about him. Now some people are saying that now he has been promised a job by the government. Why? Because he was so much defensive to the current regime. So did the government reach out to the family to compromise the family? Then we can possibly say, yes, there can be such kind of a possibility. The family was compromised in one way or another, and that is what informed the son to speak in the manner in which he spoke. So, we have to call for the investigation so that we cannot lose another general in such a manner. We have a career in office. What if his enemies within the forces can organize a similar thing to him? If we call for serious investigation, this can be avoided because the culprit will take responsibility for doing so. But when we keep quiet, we are encouraging such kind of behavior to continue because there will be a question of negligence. Why one chopper, no escort? Why? That question will be answered. Then why swapping of the chopper? Because we have heard of such kind of scenarios. Why swap at the last minute? What was the motive? So that we cannot have such thing repeating. Then why send him to an inspector school where his juniors were supposed to do it? We have already seen, of course, Kariri in Maimayu now. Doing what his juniors will be doing. So there are places we need generals, but other places they can send his juniors. But when you send a general to such simple operation, then it end up him dying. Questions will be so much. But if it was in a serious operation, we can understand, indeed, he died on line of duty where he would have not avoided